Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. We've pretty much united the North. It's united enough. We're having some minor issues. First of all, somehow, Krokadrak survived and managed to come back and take Kazid Bordkarag. This is what happens when I trust other people to handle my business. Unfortunately, that does give me some pause about the idea of leaving this area to the Bearsenlings, but to be perfectly honest, we don't have the resources to do this any other way, so that's what it's going to have to be. But really, my main focus is I'm very excited about getting Throg over to Bretonnia. He's bringing a War Mammoth, he's bringing a Frostworm, and I think that the Bretonians are going to be unpleasantly surprised by how things turn out for them. At least I sure hope they are. I don't think they know we're coming yet, either.
I'll make you even shorter by decapitation.
Now, we're formally at war with these guys, so yeah, this is going to be a peace offer. You know what? I wonder if we should take this. We could use the money. For the moment, we're having some financial issues. That'll be solved eventually, but it might be a good idea to have a cessation of hostilities with the dwarves until we wrap up stuff with Kislev and kind of get all of our ducks back in a row. All right, for now. Mutually beneficial peace. It's not a thing we will be saying a lot in this campaign, I think. All right, Throg's almost where he's going. We have the money to hold off. Or we have the money to hold up these armies for another turn or two. We're going to have to get this figured out pretty quickly, though. I wonder if... Marienburg is not listed as a location of special importance for us. I guess it's probably because we don't really care about trade. The thing that makes Marienburg special is that it's a way into this waterway that goes all the way through Reichland. Probably doesn't matter too much for us. Alright, where is these guys? I guess we should probably be using the forces menu. So first of all, what do we do with the Wanderer here? We could go to Bacofin. Actually, we should probably do this. Right now, well, I was going to say, right now these guys are unprepared. And that won't be the case for very long. And we do have the range to attack them right now. How many settlements does this guy have? 4. That might be biting off a little bit more war than we can currently chew. Yeah, I guess let's just focus on Kislev. So I know that there's... I'm pretty sure there's a settlement west of Volksgrad, but east of Ostrosk. Let's go find out. Province, Eastern Oblast... Prague. So yeah, maybe I was wrong. No, this area is Prague. Okay, so that settlement's over here somewhere. Let's convert into march mode. There it is. It's walled, but it has a very small defensive force. That will fall to us next turn, I'm sure. Faustus probably needs to sit for another turn. I don't want to do any more recruiting, but he's going to have to repopulate some areas. The more men we use to repopulate the area, the less gold we have to pay when we do it. Alright, individual turns maybe a little bit unimpressive for the moment. We don't really have that much to do, and we don't really have that much money with which to do it. Once we get on the other side of the border, we can, you know, raid and pillage. And we're almost to Cologne. Okay, Prague's brought in a pretty large army in defense. Bretonnia has confederated Bordelot. Oh no! In Fort Ostrosk, we've suffered a military setback. Whether this is due to some nefarious scheme, grey magic enchantment, or simple incompetence is irrelevant. Minus 20% campaign movement range, minus 10 leadership. Ugh. And then this is, yeah. Troll Country's about to flip too, though. The Troll Country has a serious lack of chaos corruption. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to try to deal with that. We could fall back and go after it, I suppose. There's about 20 units of Kislevites. And granted, they're nowhere near as good at fighting as we are. But this might not be... The real question is, do I think they'll stay in here and let us siege them? Because if they're going to... If they're going to not fight back, then it makes sense for us to lay in the siege. But if they think they can win the combined battle, it might be dangerous for me to be here. Well, I guess let's try it. We'll build some... Here, we'll build a couple of rams and a couple of siege towers, and we'll see how things work out. The danger here is that I can't use this army for raiding while it's sieging, right? This is the thing I'm most concerned about. I don't want a long siege. Right, let's go to normal movement. I'm trying to select that mage. There we go. Alright, showing up. And we can't get to Corone. So we need to have... Actually, it looks like we can go into raiding mode even after we've used up all of our movement. We can't see if this... there's an orc village here, Grungzint. Okay, it is ruins. You probably shouldn't be able to mouse over it and get information about it when you can't actually see it. That's probably not intended to work that way. Alright, well, let's go. Let's use the... We'll use the road to cross the river. Okay, that's some pretty good raiding. Now, raiding language... Yeah, okay, this is the thing we're supposed to be doing. We just have to get to the other side of this. But I mean, obviously, we're going to take Corone if we can on the way because it is incredibly valuable. Yeah, I don't know about this. Maybe we should break off the siege and just raid. Go to Volksgrad. Yeah, this is not a thing. Let's not be sieging.
Done and done.
I'm going to move as far from the city as possible, actually.
More headway.
Okay, good. If the army wants to come out and fight us, they'll fight us army to army. They won't be able to use the garrison of the city as backup. And then next turn, we'll move over to Volksgrad and take that. We're still in a place, I think, where we can't really afford to do any upgrading. So here at the Altar of Spawns, we have a +9 modifier for military presence. The moment we leave the altar, public order is going to start falling. And I do kind of want to take over the rest of this stuff, but I think part of my problem here is that I'm too stuck in the old ways. It's really good to own whole provinces with a lot of people. Do I need this stuff? I mean, I guess every settlement we have can host a beast tanner and give us a little bit of actual income. Yeah, we probably do. We probably do need them. Resettling is going to be expensive, though. Also, man, the yellow movement area outlines are just completely invisible on the white snow. Let's make sure we're not going to see any other rebellions anytime soon. Okay, no, the places that are red and falling are pretty much under control. I'll go ahead and do this, because it'll give us 1 point of public order. Alright. I'm excited. I think we might have caught the Bretonnians off guard. We may be able to pull something off on this coming turn with Throg. Although Bretonnia has a pretty huge, Corone, specifically, has a pretty huge standing garrison. So maybe not. Yep, go ahead. Valiant defeat. There's nothing that marauders are if not valiant. Alright, so we lose hold of that. I'm fine with that. And there are rebellions in all the places that we expected there to be rebellions. That's an interesting flag. Alright, Boris Yusenko will burn down Erengrad, and that is... I don't know if it's just fine by me, but it's okay. So there's no particular reason for us not to be in raiding stance. Oh, I guess it makes us winded. And we're getting a diplomacy penalty, oh no. But now we see two fairly large Kislev armies, and I don't know that we have what it takes to kill them both. And how about over here? What's going on over here with Throg? They have 19 units in defense, plus a little damsel. I think we can do this. So let's do this in normal movement mode, in the hopes of that making us not winded. The Banner of the Black Iron Reavers, giving plus armor and melee defense. I don't know, I guess just a random unit of spears, probably. So these guys have 3 field trebuchets, some Pegasus Knights, Knights of the Realm, and they have a very, very good supply stockhold. So we probably are not going to be able to take this very easily. And again, we're not raiding now. How are we going to manage? This raiding economy stuff is tricky. Maybe we break off the siege. Yeah. Hold on. Maybe we break off the siege and just go for the place where we get our quest done. Oh no, this is the right... Hold on. Where's the border? Can I... It's not easy to see where the border is. Okay, so it's only like here. Ah, but it's all within the red circle of the city. We're talking multiple turns of movement to get around it because of the way the river's positioned too. That's very annoying. So we've got Grail Knights. Grail Knights are scary. These men-at-arms should basically be nothing. Peasant bowmen suck, but our units don't have terrifically high leadership, and so any ranged attack is dangerous. And one thing we are not is fast. I'm debating whether I think we can actually just like do this manually and take them right now. They have walls and stuff. We should at the very least build some siege equipment before going for this. I think we can potentially do that though. Now we got to figure out a way to manage our money.
No.
8 plus 14. They're winded. A battle would be very helpful. We definitely cannot afford to rebuild the settlement over here. So do I maybe want to just disband these guys? What is the... Is there a way for me to see what the upkeep of this army as a whole is? Is this maybe... I have a financial window somewhere. Is this it? It does not break down by army, though. Oh, wait, but details. How about this? Expenses. Military. No. Really? Is there seriously no way for me to just see, like, what one particular army is costing me? Okay, here we go. 1398. So, if I'm not going to be able to rebuild stuff, disbanding this army would at least make it so that I don't go bankrupt no matter what this turn. So I don't really need this third army. If I'm not going to be able to afford to resettle, like, that was the whole point of this army. Do I think Wulfrik the Wanderer could pull off an assault on Prague? If I tried and failed, it would at least probably lower our upkeep costs. Falling back's not going to do anything. Yeah.
By Sigma, no.
And I can't... I'm assuming I can't reach Volksgrad, yeah. I could go to a position between... Like, if I try to move in on Volksgrad, unfortunately, all that's going to happen is I'm going to get jumped by these two armies together. Like, the situation's going to be considerably worse next turn. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get him. Because the battle's listed as being pretty close. We probably need a ram, at the very least. I can't wait, though. Yeah, I can't wait. It would be a good idea to have a ram. It would be a good idea to have some siege towers, but there's nothing for it. We cannot wait because they'll reinforce from the other city, the name of which I have already forgotten. I don't know. Like, as soon as I clicked the button, I was like, yeah, this is a bad idea. I am very concerned. We have our fire mage with us, and while the School of Fire is somewhat unproven in my experience, I don't really know if a fire wizard is even powerful. He does know a lot of spells. And unlike in the circumstances where we have the most experience with magic, we really only have the one guy leeching from our winds. And it looks like they don't have any magic at all, so all of the winds of magic will be ours to... I don't know, though. I guess if we can get up on the walls, I expect to win. I can't imagine any of these guys are going to be particularly powerful in combat with the Berserkers. We maybe have too many ranged units. Skin Wolves, I think, have armor piercing. And I expect the unit of armored Skin Wolves to basically be an unstoppable killing machine, as long as we can get them either on top of the walls or inside of the walls quickly. They don't have much in the way of ranged troops. We're going to have to deal with the towers, but they don't have any archers. They have a single unit of handguns, and then they have pistoliers on horses, which are... I don't know, man. I have done a campaign as the Empire. I did not record that. But my experience with these units is that they are garbage and terrible at everything. I don't know. Maybe that won't actually be what we find here. But let's hope. 18's pretty good. I'm not gonna gamble on it. We'll leave it with 18. So how do we intend to break the gate? We don't really have a way of breaking the gate. I think we're gonna have to climb the walls and unlock the gate from the inside to let the wolves through. Unless the Skin Wolves can climb the walls too. But I mean, you know, we'll just get up here and use ladders and stuff. Well, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward setup. So you guys being Vanguard deployment might not help us. I'm going to have them try to rush this wall over here and see if they can get up on it. I don't know if they are able to construct ladders themselves, though. They very well may not be. One thing I do wish I had looked at was the speed of our units. I don't know if some of our Marauder units are faster than others. But we definitely need the fastest ones in front. We need to get somebody to the walls and get up there. Yeah, the chariots have some range, so they can fire at stuff on top of the wall. Wulfrik himself can get to the wall pretty quickly. So yeah, they cannot put up a ladder. But we can get them inside of tower firing range very quickly. Alright, well, we took some pains to make sure that we wouldn't be tired as the battle started, so that we would have time to get stuff done here. And I don't... It doesn't look to me like there's anything for the chariot to do, really. Except get close. Alright, everybody run fast. Because this stuff is going to happen. And I'm not even that worried about the damage that we'll take as we approach. I'm mostly worried about my men's morale. We have pretty sketchy morale in the first place. Is that... No, they've sent up a balloon. What is the... Huh. I guess they're warning other nearby settlements. At first I thought it might be like a catapult shot. So let's figure out where we... Can Wulfrik... Oh, Wulfrik can attack the gate. Yeah, what the hell? Let's show this gate who's boss. The rest of you just get to the wall. Because the segments of the wall between the towers are immune from tower fire. Actually... Will these guys be able to climb ladders? I kind of assumed that they would be, because, you know, they're basically men. They have arms and stuff, but maybe a skin wolf can't climb a ladder. Okay, so here's where we have a lot of melee dudes up top of the wall. This is the part that we want to be climbed by berserkers first. And there's a little bit of melee stuff scattered around here, but our 4 ranged units, our guys are reasonably good combatants. Now, we can probably, in addition, soften up these dudes on top of the wall with some, like, burning head and stuff. So let's do some of this. Huh, you cannot shoot it up onto the wall, maybe unless you are also on the wall? It doesn't seem like that should invalidate it. Okay, this will still work, though. What on earth are you guys doing? Okay, that's having an effect for sure. Wow, they're actually breaking that gate down very quickly. I'm pretty surprised. It seems like, for the most part, they're kind of abandoning the wall. Okay. What's up, guys? Go do the thing I told you to do. You need to make an entrance. They seem to have just stopped. Over here, however... Yep, you can see the ladders going up. Alright. Just get up the walls. I'm sure in close range our berserkers tear their spears apart. Their swords will be a little bit more dangerous, but who even knows how much. Okay, so we got ladders... No, they cannot use the ladders. Alright, well. All of the skin wolves need to get to the gate, then. I just assumed they'd be able to climb ladders, because they're basically man-shaped. But yeah, it makes sense. They're monstrous infantry. They got the monstrous infantry rules. So we're throwing javelins up there. The gate's actually just very poorly built, I think. I don't know who built this gate, but that person is an idiot. Climbing, we're climbing, we're climbing. This might be a good time to boost our men up a little bit. Cascading Fire Cloak sounds pretty okay. Plus armor-piercing damage, because these dudes have some armor. And then big melee defense boosts. So, do I have enough? Oh, it doesn't even have overcasting. Well... Let's do it on the Icehorn Marauders. They're leading the charge onto the densest part of the wall. Unfortunately, climbing the wall is, like, incredibly tiring. Alright, gate is breached. Boy, they sure do have a lot of guys, don't they? Now, unfortunately, I think a lot of our guys are... I think skinwolves might count as large. So they might not be a great choice for fighting halberds. Alright, let's drop some fire inside the walls. And then grab these units of skinwolves over here. They're just running up. And get them inside. We don't want to run in too deep just yet. I want to take control of the walls before we go engaging the guys in the village square, if I can. Because I want to be able to hurl javelins at them, obviously. Right, taking control of the walls is going to mean running these guys out. Right, you guys are still climbing. Okay. And nobody has any abilities or anything. There's not a lot to do here. We just kind of have to let it all happen. Let's buff everybody's leadership up and... Okay, well. Yeah, that's doing some okay work. Pistoliers have engaged us in melee, which seems like a questionable decision. The battle on the walls is going very, very well for us. Let's start having the... Sorry, it's going very, very well for us on one side.
Wulfrik the Wanderer.
Oh yeah, the frostworm scales. I totally forgot about this, but this is a good thing to use. Maybe like, oh, I can only cast it really close to me. Ooh, that's maybe not a great idea. Also, we are obliterating their leadership. Yeah, the skinwolves are taking a ton of damage, but remember, everything in our army is casting all of this, causing all of this fear. So I think we want to get Wulfrik in a little deeper before we throw the frostworm scale out. Maybe if we can get a charge over to here, and he's going to have a hard time getting through that. Alright, I need these dudes to commit a little deeper. The Marauders are doing a fantastic job so far. Focus on the healthier unit. Actually, if we could get these javelins over here to focus on the horses, that would probably be best. And the wizard... Probably don't want to shoot a fireball. And let's do this on one of the units of skinwolves. Maybe the one that's in the middle the most. No, probably not. Let's do it over here. Let's try to get the gates pretty much clear. He's pushing inward. We've broken one or two of their units on the ground already. The Pistoliers are numerous, but here we go. Here's my opportunity. The Pistoliers are numerous, but they are not good melee fighters. This is not a good situation for them. Oh my god, look at the carnage that thing is doing. Come on, just sweep back this way a little bit. Let's hook up these guys with a little bit of fire buff. They could use it. Oh, their lord has come forward and is now just going to fight Wulfrik one-on-one. I do not think that's going to turn out well for him. Actually, these guys could probably use a little bit of attention with the ranged weapons. Chariots are actually doing an okay job fighting the... We gotta get these guys down. Top of the wall is one enough as far as I'm concerned. The wolves that fled through the breach have recovered themselves. Yeah, I think our javelins are gonna finish that off. I almost wonder if I care. Should our javelins maybe focus on the interior? Now let's Let's clear off the last unit of guys on the wall, on that side of the wall, before we do anything else. Alright, disengage from the halberds. You're doing okay, but, like, you could be doing better. Stand or die, because seriously, if you flee, I will kill you myself. And yeah, Wulfrik's whole thing is that he's a duelist, right? Like, this guy can't beat him. Dmitry Tsaryov? You are certainly no legendary warrior, sir. Wulfrik is desperately trying to pursue him through the mass of bodies. And unfortunately, the skin wolves are starting to get a little thin on the ground. Alright, all the marauders into the center. The walls are clear as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, the wolves really are not, the skin wolves are really not taking much damage from being in melee range of the pistoliers. Pistoliers can't fight for crap. Well, it sure looks to me like they're breaking. I think it's possible that the auto-resolve bar underestimated the badness of their army. Yeah. There's just too many. It's too many guys with pistols on horses. Using pistols from horseback is not a real strategy. I'm sure it works better in real life, but oh, look at that. Look at the numbers. This is a very embarrassing loss for them. If any of them had survived, they'd be very embarrassed. Obviously, we will not be allowing anyone to leave the city. That's just good role-playing. 114 kills. All three of the units of Berserkers have over 100 kills. Wulfrik only killed 63 people himself. I'm pretty surprised about this. I know that there was a bug for a while that magic was not attributing its kills. Some spells were not attributing kills correctly to the sorcerer. And I wonder if that's still happening. Because there's no way, especially with how much, the way that flaming skull sort of turned and lanced through their line, there's no way he only has one kill. But I'm overjoyed about this for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're going to make some very solid money off of this. Sacking the city, it's going to be high value. Number two, we'll sack this turn, and the next turn we'll raise it, and we really, really, really need that Hound devotion. We should, real quick, I forgot exactly how much devotion we have. We should figure out how many more cities it's going to be before we get a hold of our hell cannons. Because what it was like, we get 6 per raise, and it was 100, I think, that we needed to get to tier 3 favor. And I assume that if we lose tier 3 favor, we will lose the hell cannons. So it's possible for you to get up to a pretty high value with at least 2 of the gods. It shouldn't be that hard, but it would be very difficult to maintain the actual tier 3 bonus, I think, unless you're allowed to overflow a little bit, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't do us a lot of good to guess at the mechanics. We'll figure it out. What happened here? These guys have way too much health and way too few kills. It's almost like they didn't even engage in the battle. 1 kill. 1 kill. 1 kill. 1 kill. Just a really embarrassing showing. And this is one of the larger cities in Kislev, isn't it? I mean, their capital is south of here, and that'll be a real battle to obtain that. But this pretty much breaks their hold on the north, and to a certain extent it means that we probably could have taken the Bearsenlings over, because the primary reason I didn't was because I didn't want to have to defend those eastern lands from Kislev. But if we burn the north of Kislev to the ground, maybe it's not even an issue. Well, it's still good to have a trading partner. We have a couple of trade goods available to us that we have not yet taken over. We have the obsidian shards, but I know for a fact that at least one of our ports has iron that we have not built on yet. Alright. Hell yeah, sack it for 5,000 gold. And oh man, we made a lot of money. I clicked past the post-battle screen too quickly, because I kind of assumed things would keep appearing. We'll sack the city, and then next turn we'll take it proper. The Rage of Corn, give another 10% weapon strength.
I am the wanderer.
And level 18 is the big one. Oh, look at that. I'm very excited to see that in action.
Into corpses.
I wish that you could siege the city and like prevent it from... We may as well go into raiding mode, right? But I wish you could siege the city and prevent it from rebuilding its garrison at all. Okay.
You got lost.
Yeah, Throg is doing what Throg needs to do. We could have maybe kept our third province in shape. Let's have a quick look at the rest of our provinces, though. We have a little bit of money to play with right now. It probably behooves us to try to get some income going. So, hold on. On the tactical map, I think, on the strategic map. Okay, we can look over these really quickly. So here we have iron in Pack Ice Bay, and that's actually probably valuable in more ways than just as a trade good. There's marble here. Can I not? Okay. Apparently I can't just click out of the strategic map. So Pack Ice Bay, it has a troll lair, but it can't upgrade it. Let's demolish this, and we'll set up a foundry of some kind here. Or not a foundry, but a mine. Do I want to do this? This is a lot of our money. Probably not. Probably not right this second. Alright, we do want to build tanners. Or, first ashes, whatever. Yeah, this level is called a tanner, but we want to build slaves buildings everywhere we can. Not Ice Drake Fjord. Ice Drake Fjord is where we want to build our mammoth. What is it called? I guess it's called Effigies of Chaos, but it lets you get mammoths. We definitely want more mammoths. I think that is worth spending money on right now. Alright, the Bearsunlings are raising an army. We have them targeting Volksgrad, but that may not be necessary. Alright, let's see what happens to Throg. Nothing happens to Throg. It didn't even zoom us over there. I was kind of assuming there's a Bretonnian army visible to Throg's southwest. Apparently they don't care what happens to their countrymen. Alright, let's burn the place. In the name of the Hound. So we are currently at 54. We're actually really close to level 2. And then, yeah, it's 100. So we don't really need that many more raises. 46 favor at 6 per raise? That's only 8 more settlements. Alright, he doesn't quite have access to Arcane Conduit yet. I do want it, but we might want to put him on a horse. Just so he can get away. No, let's focus on getting him Arcane Conduit first. I overcast a fair bit with my wizard, so it's probably a good idea for us to have a lowered miscast chance. We may have to let the Bearsunlings deal with Volksgrad. I'm not sure that I'm in shape to fight a huge army.
Unfeast. Set our skulls.
3 turns, we'll have 2 siege towers. I mean, I'm wondering if the game is maybe right. That's my biggest concern here. Is like maybe we don't have what it takes, because we do have a lot of very basic units. Now, granted, a lot of their scary units are cavalry, and we did bring an army specifically designed to counter that. Foot squires are actually pretty good infantry units, and we don't really have a great way of fighting foot squares, except that we can kill them with a dragon. These guys have actual units of archers, so we'd have to approach the wall under real archer fire. Let's let the siege towers finish. We probably need the siege towers. Approaching a wall under real archer fire that's a serious thing. That's a thing we have to think about. Alright, we need to get out of here. Sorry. Pack Ice Bay should probably construct its iron mine. Minus 5% construction cost for all buildings faction-wide is pretty okay. And I'm alright with that. So where was that other... It was Naglfari Plain? Okay, next turn this will have an open slot. Although we don't... There's no value in having sparring fields when we have a raiders camp in the same province. So let's go ahead and demolish that. We'll make a little bit of money off the demolishing too. Recoup a little bit of our construction cost. Yeah, I don't know. I'm nervous about this Throg thing. And the other thing is, if Throg's army fails to take Couronne, and we get like just massacred, which is what will happen if we fail to take Couronne. Yeah, I'm letting this occur. We could try to hold it. I don't care enough to fight it this way. Oh, we actually did win though. Oh yeah, sacrifice the captives. We don't have to put up with their crap. Well, I was gonna say that looks pretty winnable. Apparently the game agrees. So how close to we get into Volksgrad and raid. Apparently I'm not actually in yet. Huh. Well, there's 0 raiding value here? And there's 0 sack value as well. Huh. Weird. Well, we can set up a raiding encampment next turn. And that way we can get some replenishment going.
By Sigma, no.
I'm confident that we would beat this army. If he came after us right now, I think we can take him. Just as long as we don't have to fight their garrison at the same time. Yeah, can Throg actually just disengage over to this side? Because it says he can. I would really like to get the raiding in Lungui done. I'm nervous about this. I'm very nervous about this. I guess let's just let it happen. Let's just... Although, we're 42 minutes into the episode. I hate to leave people hanging, but probably I'm not going to fight this battle in this episode. Because I imagine that the Siege of Couronne is going to be a big one. Okay, well they've come and sacrificed themselves to us. Apparently they also feel devoted to our gods. We killed Boris Yusenko. Am I allowed to force a confederation from those rebels now? Since I've defeated their leader in combat? Alright, Wulfrik. There we go. We can rebuild a little bit. And we do have access to the global recruitment pool. We have to sit still for a lot of turns, though, to pull anything in. I don't intend to sit for 5 turns. I wonder if there's a way to get this down. I feel like proximity to an outpost should have an effect that's sort of like that. And if I stop taxing, I wonder... I wonder if this is maintainable. If I stop taxing and I build up to here, +4 public order. Right now we have +2. We still would be negative. We'd be at -1. You really can't maintain one of these outposts very well without a character until the corruption level gets up. Alright, well, Wulfrik's just going to sit there and replenish for now. I'm kind of hoping that the army comes out to attack us. White peace, really? Just neutral peace? Are you kidding? No, absolutely not. What's wrong with you? It is customary to bring a gift. Alright, Troll Country will fall in time. We can't keep that up forever. Oh. The 2 siege towers. Okay, well, we don't have to fight this manually. And I won't. I'm really surprised at how much of a difference that made. We lost all of the marauders. Holy crap. We did loot 3,700 gold, though. Oh no, we're taking Corona over.
The flower of Briconia wilts beneath your feet.
Truer words never spoken.
Every stable, armory, and storehouse in the city to learn of their resourceful and chivalric ways.
Okay, I can't imagine Throg has ever used a shield. That really doesn't seem like him. So, Occupied Corone generates quite a bit of income. Are there a lot of special buildings or anything? No, it doesn't look like it, but we do now have access to a new tech. So the first thing we need to do is set this place up for recruitment. We probably should build up some additional defenses. If we lose Corone, we're going to lose our foothold over the whole area, and that's going to turn out really poorly for us. We fought hard for this, let's keep it. I'm not even sure what else I want to do here. Maybe we could build up a fur stash. We don't really need more... Well, I guess we do kind of need more growth. We could hold Langui too, maybe. I don't know. That's maybe getting ahead of myself. I noticed that we are not able to build a building that takes advantage of the pottery. Apparently that's not how we do. So even with 13 points of public order from military presence, we're still having serious public order issues. The fact that there's no corruption here at all really hurts. We're putting down an awful lot, but I think we probably want to build a ruinous altar. We're going to need both the extra corruption and the extra public order.
Right rules.
Alright. He already has his Wintertooth Crown. That's pretty cool. Lowered recruitment cost, massive corruption increase in the local area. He has a spell... that is some flavor text. He has a spell called Copious Vomit that causes magical and fire damage. Interesting. And he is partially into this Marauder, Hunter, and Berserker thing. I like that. He's also really upping his charge bonus. I think I'd like to get into Lightning Strike. I maybe overvalue Lightning Strike, but I do think it's really good on everybody basically all the time. Holy crap. That is crazy. That is a crazy amount of regen. Or casualty replenishment. Alright, let's pick up replenishment rate. We're going to need it. And let's work toward Lightning Strike. If Throg's going to be out here all by himself in enemy territory, we're going to need Lightning Strike capability. Okay, 6 turns. I like this a lot. They added a significant timer to the Regiments of Renown. It is super frustrating to fight the AI when they have access to infinite regiments. Well, alright. I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it turned out to be. We're going to have to watch out for Marienburg. So we're 4 turns off of the destruction of Bretonia, which will make it easier to finish the job over here. And then we can pick up Secrets of Grain and Grape, and our small trade agreements will start to be much more valuable. We don't really have a lot of cavalry units, but 25 growth in all our provinces is cool. Honestly, this of the lot of them, this is far from the best one, but we do have to see Bretonia destroyed to win the game, so... Anyway, I think that is going to be it for us for today. Come back next time. We're going to pursue King Leoncoeur down the coast. We're going to finally move Wulfrik's legendary item quest forward. And we're going to see if we can't grind out the Kislevites one slow settlement siege at a time. And we'll see you then.